Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm bringing you a story that has shaken Turkish entertainment and has become one of the most talked about subjects in recent weeks, the relationship between Mahassine Marabet and Cenk Torun. Their names, already familiar to television audiences thanks to their roles in the series Azaret, are now making headlines for a reason that goes far beyond their on-screen performances. Are we witnessing the rebirth of a love story that almost ended, or the calm before a storm that might change everything? As always, all the details are in this video. If you enjoy my content, please remember to subscribe, press the like button, and if you'd like to support us even more, click the join button below. Thank you, and let's get into this fascinating story. From on-screen to off-screen chemistry. The journey of Mahassine Marabet and Cenk Torun began on the set of Azaret, where their characters' chemistry quickly became one of the most attractive elements of the show. Viewers were captivated not only by their acting skills but also by the natural way they interacted on screen. It wasn't long before speculation began. Was their connection limited to the roles they played, or did something deeper exist off the set? Soon, whispers from inside the production team began to fuel gossip magazines. According to insiders, their working relationship often extended beyond filming. Long conversations during breaks, supportive gestures when a scene was difficult, and even subtle smiles caught by cameras suggested that what audiences were seeing wasn't only acting. A marriage under the spotlight. While their professional lives were thriving, their personal lives began to face challenges. Rumors of disagreements between the couple started to surface, leading to reports that divorce might be imminent. For many fans, the possibility of separation was heartbreaking. After all, Mahassine and Cenk had become something of a golden couple in Turkish entertainment, admired for their elegance, charisma, and seemingly solid bond. But behind the scenes, things were not as simple. As often happens when private lives are dragged into the public eye, every disagreement was magnified, and every silence interpreted as proof of conflict. Social media became the stage for endless debates. Some claimed the marriage had already collapsed, while others argued that the couple was simply going through the same ups and downs that any relationship experiences. The turning point, a second chance. And just when it seemed the story was heading toward an inevitable breakup, something surprising happened. Reports began to circulate that Mahassine Marabet had decided to offer Cenk Torun another chance. This revelation transformed the narrative overnight. Instead of headlines about divorce, the media now focused on reconciliation. Fans were quick to react. Some applauded Mahassine for her courage and her willingness to fight for love. Others criticized the decision, insisting that once a relationship breaks, it's almost impossible to rebuild. But no matter the perspective, one thing became clear: everyone was watching closely. The idea of giving love a second chance resonated deeply with the public. It sparked discussions about forgiveness, about the possibility of change, and about whether two people can overcome the scars of conflict if there is still genuine affection between them. Parallel stories, fiction meets reality. What made this situation even more intriguing was how much it mirrored the storyline of Azaret. In the series, the characters played by Cenk and Mahassine also grappled with themes of love, betrayal, and redemption. Fans couldn't help but notice the similarities. Was life imitating art? Or was art reflecting the very real emotions the actors were experiencing behind the cameras? This parallel added fuel to the speculation. Every scene they filmed was analyzed in detail, with fans asking, was that line just part of the script, or was it a hidden message? The blurred line between their professional and personal lives made the story even more captivating for the public. Silence and speculation. Despite the constant attention, both Cenk Torun and Mahassine Marabet chose to remain cautious in their public statements. Cenk, when asked directly about the rumors, simply replied that he preferred not to mix his private life with his career. Mahassine, for her part, responded with a diplomatic, almost enigmatic phrase: every relationship has its seasons. What matters is that we know our own truth. These words, far from clarifying, only sparked more speculation. Social media lit up with theories. Some believed her comment hinted at reconciliation, while others interpreted it as a polite way of hiding a definitive split. The media frenzy. Of course, the press wasted no time. Photographs of the couple together at private dinners began appearing, accompanied by headlines such as "Second Chance for Cenk and Mahassine," or "Love Rekindled on the Shores of Istanbul." Even the smallest public gesture, a shared glance at an event, a brief smile captured by a photographer, became evidence in the ongoing saga. Some magazines claimed the two were even considering renewing their vows as a symbolic way of starting over. Others insisted that the reconciliation was temporary and that deeper conflicts would soon resurface. With so many contradictory reports, fans were left in a whirlwind of uncertainty. The fans' reaction. The public's fascination with Cenk Torun and Mahassine Marabet shows no signs of slowing down. Online forums, fan clubs, and comment sections are filled with passionate debates. Supporters highlight the importance of forgiveness and admire Mahassine's decision to fight for her marriage. Critics, however, warn that repeating the same mistakes can only lead to more heartbreak. This division has only increased the couple's visibility. Every new rumor, every public appearance, and every word they choose not to say becomes part of the narrative. Whether they like it or not, Mahassine and Cenk are no longer just actors. They've become the protagonists of a real-life drama that millions are following like a series with no final episode yet written. What the future holds. At this point, one question remains: can Cenk Torun and Mahassine Marabet truly rebuild what was broken? Relationships in the spotlight face unique pressures. Every mistake is amplified, every rumor becomes a headline, and privacy is almost impossible to protect. But history is full of examples of couples who, against all odds, managed to heal and thrive again. If they succeed, their story could become an inspiring example of love's resilience. If not, it will be remembered as yet another case where fame and personal struggles proved too heavy a burden. Either way, the public will continue to watch, speculate, and hope for the ending they most want to see. Conclusion. The saga of Mahassine Marabet and Cenk Torun is more than just gossip. It is a reflection of the human desire for love, forgiveness, and second chances. Whether this reconciliation marks a new chapter of happiness or only a temporary pause before separation, one thing is certain: the world of Turkish showbiz has given us yet another story that will be talked about for a long time. What do you think? Can Mahassine and Cenk overcome their difficulties and write a new chapter together? Or is this just a brief reconciliation before the final curtain falls? Share your opinions in the comments below. And remember, subscribe, hit the like button, and if you'd like to support us further, click the join button. That way, we can keep bringing you the hottest stories and behind-the-scenes gossip from Turkish entertainment. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.